Okay, let's move on to Fred Warner. I know it's not as exciting of a topic, but it's just as important, if not more important. Doesn't seem like he's going to get a new contract anytime soon. What do you think's going on here, Vish?
I think they should try and get this done A.S.A.P, like as soon as possible. And it's not for like, oh, because you need to sign Fred Warner. I think that's obvious. Like a monkey could tell you like, hey, 49ers need to sign Fred Warner. Like, yeah, he's pretty good at football. He's the best player. He's the best linebacker in the NFL, in my opinion. He's unbelievable in coverage. He's improved steadily as a tackler. He forces fumbles. He intercepts passes. He's a first-team All-Pro. He's a Pro Bowler. He's a consummate professional, always represents himself well. He checks every box. There's nothing you can say for a reason why he shouldn't be paid. There's no injury concern. There's no concern off the field. There's no concern anywhere. The one reason why I think it needs to get done quickly is because there's a lot of good off-ball linebackers that are about to get paid with him. Roquan Smith, Darius Leonard, Tremaine Edmonds. I mean, Roquan Smith has a second-team All-Pro, and I think he has a Pro Bowl. I know Darius Leonard has a first-team All-Pro, and I know Tremaine Edmonds has a Pro Bowl. So, like,
I've been uninvited to the entire state of South Carolina. What? What did I say, man? Was it about Kinlaw? Was the thing I said about Kinlaw? Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, so what I was saying was, so the best thing is that obviously the off-ball linebacker market is going to be reset this offseason. The Niners want to make sure that they're the team resetting it, and it's not the Colts with Darius Leonard, and it's not the Bills. Tremaine Edmonds, I think the first three players are just a little better than Tremaine Edmonds, so I think they're going to get paid more than Tremaine Edmonds regardless. But you don't want the Bears to reset it with Roquan Smith either. It just makes the negotiation that much tougher, and that's why, in my opinion, getting the Fred Warner deal done. I mean, prudent seems to be the buzzword of the day. I think it's the most prudent thing for the 49ers to do is as soon as possible. Like, because you could get
today.
Because if you get this deal done, it could be like the Jimmy Garoppolo contract. Do you remember when they got it done in March? People were like, oh my God, they paid that much money for Jimmy Garoppolo. And by June, I think Matt Ryan got extended and a few other guys Kirk Cousins got his fully guaranteed contract and all of that. And people were like, whoa, Garoppolo's already like the fifth highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He was first 2 months ago. Now he's fifth. I think that could happen with Fred Warner too. Like, oh my God, Fred Warner's just got the massive extension. He reset the market, all of that.
Highest paid linebacker of all time.
Right. And then before that, Darius Leonard's the highest paid. Roquan Smith's the highest paid. So that could happen. And I think that if you could do that and have Fred Warner, like you would be able to, I mean, obviously you're going to have to pay him a lot of money and he thoroughly deserves it, but you might be able to, if you get the deal done quicker, you might be able to dictate terms easier because there's a lot of hidden language in contracts that we just don't get access to, but agents know like what's the languages in Darius Leonard's contract, and they'll try to leverage those small things. Because like when deals aren't getting done, I think one of the things that I've kind of learned over the last year is that they're not getting done because Fred Warner wants $28 million and the Niners are offering $18 million. They're usually not getting done because there's small things in the contract. Right. Like instead of him getting, if he's on the roster by January 1st, he gets paid X amount of money. Parag wants it where if he's on the roster by March 1st, he gets paid X amount of money.
Details.
Just small little details like that. Those are the kinds of things that prevent contracts from getting done quickly. And I think that kind of language, if you see it with Darius Leonard and you see it with Roquan Smith, it could hinder it. And Fred Warner showed up for OTAs. He seems like he's going to go through the entire process. Just reward him.
I think that's very interesting that Fred Warner's showing up to OTAs. There's no word about holding out. There's no urgency on his side that, hey, I'm happy, man. I got a contract. I'm here for the team. Seems to me that it's in his interest to just chill. He's got all the cards here. He's got a full house. He's got all the cards. And the Niners have a pressing situation with all these other inside linebackers on the market. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. We got a comment from Jordan saying, would the Niners have more success over the next 5 years if they somehow could trade for Rodgers and Julio, or by keeping the status quo with Jimmy and Lance? I don't think they can get Rodgers and Julio. They don't have picks for everyone, but I think the point is if they could go mega all in for 1 year with vets, is that a better move than to just stick it out and go brick by brick? I think that's basically what you're asking.
You're going to hate me to say that I'm going to say this, but to me, it's obvious. If you could somehow get Aaron Rodgers and Julio Jones, you're going to be better.
Bird in the hand.
Whichever team has Aaron Rodgers, I'm sorry, is going to be better than the team with Jimmy Garoppolo. And we don't know about Trey Lance, but I think it's fair to say that he might never be as good as Aaron Rodgers, one of the 5 or 6 greatest quarterbacks in NFL history.
That's why if Green Bay ever calls up the Niners and they're like, hey, you know what? This situation with Aaron Rodgers has gone south. We happen to love Trey Lance. We'll make a trade involving those two. The Niners would have to seriously consider that, even if they love Trey Lance, because it's Aaron Rodgers, dude. I don't care how old he is. I don't.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
It's Aaron Rodgers. Again, you know how good he is. You don't know how good Trey Lance is. End of story. So, yeah. And I put it up on my channel yesterday. Me and Chardal, I don't know if you know who Chardal is, but he calls in on the weekends, and he wanted to talk about – it's all right. He wanted to talk about trading for Rodgers, and I made it a video. And a lot of Niner fans were like, no. Just like last year when he floated trading Jimmy for Rodgers. Just like, guys, come on.
I get it because it's the same thing I talked about with Julio Jones. No, I totally get it. You want the quarterback that you drafted, you developed, or you traded for, and you developed to be the guy that does great, not the guy that you just go get. Like, how much better would it be for Tampa? How much better would fans feel? I mean, the Super Bowl is a Super Bowl, but a Super Bowl would be sweeter, with Jameis Winston, who you drafted first overall and built the whole thing up with him, than Tom Brady just coming over here and winning it for you. I mean, we're talking about a minuscule, maybe a 10% difference in terms of happiness, because if your team's winning the Super Bowl, you're ecstatic no matter what. But if you're thinking about this logically, whichever team has Aaron Rodgers is just going to be better. I'm sorry. Look at the Packers teams that go to the playoffs every single year, and look at the Niners. Look at the defense that the Niners would give him. This is not close.
See, out here in the West Coast, we're so far away from the Midwest. We don't we see the highlights of Aaron Rodgers, but we don't really experience it like we did when he was at Cal. And I think sometimes it takes someone who's out there to be like, guys, you don't get it. You don't get it.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody play the position so perfectly than Aaron Rodgers between 2011 to 2014 or 2015. The throws he would make on a daily basis, my God.